Sorry, had to do it to you. Just such a good song. Hey, what's up, everybody? We are checking out the Matchless Clubman here today. You see it right here next to me. I haven't spent a ton of time with this amp, just a little bit, but man, is it impressive. I really enjoy this amp. I think it's absolutely fantastic. A little bit about the amp before we play some more. I'll show you some more tones and we'll just kind of chat and talk. We'll see what happens. A little bit about the amp. This one specifically is a 1996 Samson era Clubman 35. It is loaded with an EF86 preamp. So it's like one EF86 in the V1 slot, and then 12 AX7s, and then it's got EL34 power amp tubes. So it's kind of like that Marshall-y thing, but it's got the EF86 preamp, so you get really nice, rich compression and good gain and all that stuff that we all love from an EF86. It has in spades. I think it's awesome. But yeah, it's really simple, but man, it sounds great. It's volume, bass, treble, brilliance, and master. And as you can see, master is just completely eliminated from the equation because it's all the way up. We're running the Clubman into my load box over here, and then the load box is running some IRs that we made of the matching matchless cab over here. Yeah, which is running the old school matchless vintage 30, like modified vintage 30 that Mark Sampson would modify. I don't think the Clubman gets the love that it deserves, to be quite honest with you. I think that a lot of people get caught up in the hype of the DC30 and they automatically label the DC30 as the greatest matchless of all time, and which well deserved, right? Like, I love the DC30, and the DC30 is such a fantastic amp, but the Clubman to me just does not get the love that it deserves. I don't think. I would venture as far to say that the Clubman, to me, I actually like it more than the DC30. And before I owned this Clubman, I thought the DC30 was the greatest matchless ever. Now, for context, I have owned, at this point, several matchlesses. I think I've gone through, the DC30, I've done the SC30, now this Clubman, I've had the Independence, I've had the Lightning, I've had the Spitfire, I've had the Chieftain, I've had two Chieftains actually, and then the Chief. So what's that? 7, 8 matchless amps. I feel like I've had more, but I just can't remember them all. All fantastic, really great amps. There's not a bad one in the mix, but honestly, I think this one is the king, in my opinion. I think it's better than the DC30. But let's check it out. Let's play through some tones. Let's see what's happening. We'll talk about it. So you heard that at the beginning. You heard that little Billy Squier riff. But like, yeah, you can see volume is at like 1 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock, something like that. And we're pretty gainy. Got a little bit of reverb going on just for fun, but I can knock that down. Let's turn the reverb down. Okay, knock the reverb down right there. You can hear like we're just gnarly. Man, that sounds great. It's just so good. It's got bite, but it's not brittle. And I mean, it's full. It's really nice. But let's back it down. Let's just kind of run through some gain stages, and I'll show you guys some tones. So we'll just start off with, maybe clean. A little bit of breakup going on. Let's back it down just a hair more. Yeah. You can really hear like natural, nice compression out of it. That's from that EF86 in the preamp. Sorry if my like riffing and noodling is weird or whatever, but we're just checking out an amp today that I think is really, really cool. Let's boost a little bit, just a hair. Yeah, we got some hair going on there. Even when I play a big chord like that, like it's really full, but it doesn't feel like it's falling apart or anything like that. Which I really enjoy. That's fantastic. That would be really great with a little bit more reverb and some delay. Like, let's add that. Let's see what happens. Sounds really, really good. I like that a lot. Let's turn the delay back off and let's increase volume. Let's keep running it up, see what happens. Oh my goodness. Ugh. That's so good. Played an amp that just makes you smile, that you just can't help but smile? Like, look, my EQ, I'm not even touching the EQ. It's just bass straight up, treble straight up, brilliant straight up. I think if I was to get picky on that tone, I would turn bass down a hair, just a smidge. Yeah. Good night. That's so good. Man. You know, honestly, if I crank it just a hair more, right there, and I turn on like a delay, it reminds me of this song. So a little bit of post delay going on now, but it reminds me of this. That reminds me of Bryan Adams. I don't know what amp was used on that song, or if it was a Clubman or whatever. I don't know, but that sounds really good. Also, I'm using my Telly here, if you guys couldn't tell. This is my trusty Telly. I love this guitar. It's a... Oh, nice. I just put a nice ding in my Tolex with my headstock. Way to go, Jake. Great job. But yeah, this Telly is a workhorse guitar for me. I've had it for over 10 years now. I have traveled the country with this Telecaster. It's a great guitar, but it is a early 90s Japanese Telecaster with Lawler specialty pickups. It's got a mastery bridge system on it and the Bigsby B5. So it used to be a string through. It did not come with the Bigsby, but the previous owner did all those modifications, and I bought it off of him over 10 years ago, and it is just a fantastic it is a fantastic guitar. Great guitars and great amps go together really, really well. Let's keep cranking this thing up and see what happens. My goodness, that's... okay, so if I turn bass down and treble up a hair... Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I thought it would do. That reminds me of like a Joe Walsh type tone. So for the... Do you guys hear that? I think it's there. Let's bring the bass back up, treble back down. We'll just leave it right where they were. Man, that's awesome. Man, that is just rip-roaring amp. There's no drive. There's nothing. This is just amp into the IR and with reverb in post. Let's just gun it, see what happens. Oh, God. Oh, this is why we have tuners. All right, let's try that again. Probably a little bit too much gain for this amp, but man, it's fun. Yeah. Anyways, the Matchless Clubman. Is it the greatest Matchless ever? I think it is. I think it's better than the DC-30. There's just so many great possibilities with it. But hey, thank you for coming and checking this out with me today. I know this is a little bit different than what we did last time. We're just sitting here chatting, looking at an amp, hanging out. But thanks for joining me today. If you like this type of content, like and subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, whatever. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace.